everybody, we're recording, so you might want to. Christy, I forget. Did I say that one was that you are a fan of Thanksgiving or not a fan?
You're a fan. You're a fan.
I'm 1.5. I'm like half a fan and half not a fan. But what's wrong with my internet? Let me see if there's a is there like some.
So let me do a welcome because you sorting out your internet. So hey everybody, this is Curious Times for 26th November. And Chris is a little under the weather, so Amy is doing the show and I just happened to unmute and we're chatting.
Yeah, I just got logged out of the show. So thankfully we have Carrie here to save the day.
Hi.
God, what is going on here?
I don't know. The internet has been fantastically slow.
Yeah, maybe they're turning it off. Maybe they're turning the internet off because maybe they're turning it off.
Maybe the president
I didn't pay my internet bill. Oh, no, I think I'm good. Nope, my internet was interrupted. I have Curious Time interrupt us. Oh my God.
Yes. So guys, feel free to mic up and come and say hi.
Yeah, everybody mic up. It's open mic night. So so that isn't a suggestion, it's a mandate.
It's a mandate. Amy is telling you to mic up.
Yeah. Or my internet gets something. Oh, good God.
Well, I'll just pull cards if you go off the internet, so don't worry.
Yeah, perfect. Did you have, that'll get them all. That'll get them all.
Come on, guys. Come and talk to us.
You can pull cards on my internet and find out what's wrong with my internet. But now I've logged out of the show again. Okay. But you can pull, everyone will start calling. But in the meantime, I'll take some cards.
You'll take some cards. Okay, let me guess the one that I have just mixed with. It's a brand new deck that I bought last year and I sent to my uncle in Chicago and he brought it out for me. Just clear my energy.
Hello, it's Christy.
Hey, Christy!
Oh, yeah, now that we're getting readings, you're come on.
And you know I'm good.
Good?
Okay, I'm tooting my own horn.
Goodness.
It was
since I can.
A request. I didn't get a chance to hear about I wasn't here yesterday. So what did you do for Thanksgiving, Amy?
What did I do for Thanksgiving? We just went, my mother and I went over to Dawn's, my boss.
Oh. Nice.
And it was like a gay Thanksgiving. It was like, it was gays and old ladies. It was like, but it was fine. It was over relatively quickly. Along with my internet though. So anyway, the food was good and everything was real pretty and it was over quickly, which made me very happy.
Yeah. I love the way they do it.
Why don't I have internet?
I've seen pictures of on Facebook of Clinton Kelly from the Chew. He took a picture of his tablescape for his whole family when he did his Thanksgiving, and I'm impressed when people will pull out the water goblets and actually get out. Oh
yeah, he has all this like Waterford crystal, and the plates were plaid. Who has plaid plates?
I've never heard of plaid plates.
No straight person. No judgment, but no straight person has plaid plates. They just don't.
Oh.
They wouldn't sell them to you if you tried to buy them.
What color is plates?
Plaid.
Plaid.
Is that black and white?
Like red plaid. He thinks he's like Ralph Lauren.
Oh, it's kind of like a Scottish tartan.
Okay.
Yeah, like Scottish tartan. Right. Scottish. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Okay. Cool.
And, and plaid napkins, and the food wasn't plaid.
Not.
But it was really good.
That would be pretty for Christmas, but not for Thanksgiving. The red, the green.
I mean, it was beautiful. And then even the glasses are plaid. Like the glasses, the Waterford is like this plaid Waterford, but they're not colored plaid. They're just plaid, like etched into whatever. It was just lovely tablescape. And
on your cell phone next time you go over there, because that sounds beautiful.
I will. Oh, I think I have it from last year. I think I have some pictures of it from last year. It was very beautiful. And then what have I been doing since then? I've been cleaning. I've been cleaning.
Do you do Black Friday shopping?
Well, I did. Like after breakfast, I went to Barnes & Noble because they were supposedly they were selling books that were autographed, and I was hoping to get some more Bruce Springsteen autobiographies, but they didn't have any. And I went to Goodwill, but I didn't go to real Black Friday. I didn't go real Black Friday shopping. But I was in the middle of getting a reading, Christy. So.
Pardon moi.
Now we have more people. But stay on the line. Wait, are you cell phone?
Yes,
Cell phone Michigan. Oh, you're cell phone Michigan and Christy.
Yep.
And we've got Dan and Diane and Sherry and Terry. We have quite a lineup now that everyone heard that it's a reading show.
Yeah, it's a reading show, guys, and I'm doing the reading.
It's a reading show. Alert the media.
Bite me. Come my cup.
So
your internet, Amy, has got a new beginning, so I think you should change ISP. I really do.
What, new beginnings? My internet has new beginnings.
New beginnings. I think you need to change your ISP because they're giving you crap.
That's interesting. I don't know that that's an option.
Really?
It's the only game in town. But I think that my internet company is just got bought, so maybe that's the new beginning.
Yeah, maybe. And tell them you're not happy with the service. So.
No, I'm not.
Hey Terry, hey. So yeah, that's awesome. And then I got strength and receive, and then the memories wanted to pop out. So you got lots of memories that you're making, and you are remembering.
Memories? Oh yeah.
Memories. You got tons of them to like. I know you do share a lot, but there's a whole lot more that you could use to. Should I use the word teach or share or illuminate to people like?
Oh, to like help people, not just like because
not like a one way. So yeah, like not just walking into the one ear and sort of not getting a response yet. It's kind of like sharing. So I'm kind of getting this whole thing is like sharing what you know with other people, getting them to share back with you, if that makes sense.
Interesting, because I think all of us dabble with all that, and then like, oh, I'm going to do that, and then it's like, oh, maybe I'm not. Back and forth, but I'm trying to find the right venue and what exactly it's supposed to look like. And I have this little pet peeve, like that said this last night. Like, I don't mind. I could at some point in time maybe see doing, something like sharing my memories or giving or something like that as part of my as part of making a living, but I wouldn't want to start doing, like right now I'm having some financial problems because I'm just starting a business, so I wouldn't want to, I'm babbling here, I wouldn't want to do it, I never want to start this for money. I wouldn't mind making money at it, but I don't want to start it because I don't want to start it because I need the money. I think it'll taint it. But it's interesting. It pops up.
It was really strong. It was really strong.
Wait, say that again?
It's really strong. It's like...
Oh, it's really strong. Oh, sorry. It's really strong. Yeah.
Yeah, just tell me if my accent is not right.
You know what? Last Sunday I was watching, because my mother was supposed to go to therapy because she's crazy, but she didn't want to. So it's like, you know what? Why don't you just watch the Oprah Network? It'll be like the same thing. It's as close as we can get. And I was watching the Oprah Network, Super Soul Sunday, and she's like interviewing all these people who are supposed to be such high vibrators. And even my mother noticed. She was like, you know more than these people do. How come you're not on Oprah? Which is a very good question.
Well, you're better than Oprah. That's why you're curious.
I'm way better than Oprah. Thank you for noticing. But I'm not a big Oprah fan. So for anyone who's a Oprah, I'm way better. I'm way better than Oprah because I've done way more heavy lifting.
I think so.
Good. So good. So I'll call Oprah and tell you said that, and maybe I can.
I don't like it. So
you know what?
A lot of life.
Yeah.
What?
I think you belong on the Ellen show because that's like more concrete, or at least to me.
Oh.
It has like amazing
more real.
people.
I get it.
Yeah. Sorry, Christy, I cut you off really badly.
No, I was thinking of that one show, Alana Saved My Life, or Changed My Life, or Fixed My Life, or whatever. I don't like that one. I mean, you would do better than her. You would do better than that, Amy.
I don't know what show you're talking. I never heard of it.
Me neither.
Who fixes her life? Who fixes her life?
Iyalana, Yelana, or Alana. She used to be on Oprah's show. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I thought she was on the O Network. Maybe she's on a different channel now. But back when Oprah had her show, she was the one that would come on and share her stories and tell someone, you need to get your shit together. And then they somehow had a falling out because... Oh,
Dr. Phil? Like Dr. Phil? He used to do that.
She was kind of like a Phil, but she was, a female black woman, Dr. Phil. And then she got an offer. Somehow she had an offer for another show while she was on Oprah doing guest appearances, and she was going to take it. And then it fell through, and Oprah got really offended by it because she's like, I gave you this chance to be on my show. You just blew me off. You were going to go on to do better and better things, and now they had a big falling out, and they didn't speak for like 10 years. And it was
let's see.
Now she's got her own show.
I didn't know that.
Well, that's good. I mean, anything where you don't have to speak to, I'd be perfectly happy not to speak to Oprah for 10 years. I really can't stand Oprah. I can't stand Oprah. I guess I'm not doing a very good job of hiding it. She makes me crazy. Oh, yeah, she's on all the time. I mean, I guess she's at, season, oh, interesting. I never even heard of her. Here are 5 qualities to get you through the hardest of times. Well, anyway, not to bog this down, why don't we move on to Christy?
To
Why don't
Christy.
we pull some cards for Christy?
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
I'm warning you now to shuffle them and shuffle them again and then shuffle them a second time, because if you tell me that this is a year for growth and learning, then I will just cry, because I've had enough periods of growth in this year. Enough.
Let me go take that New Beginnings card out. Just excuse me for 2 seconds. And I will take the growth out. There's one. Let's go get that yellow card again.
You're catering my reading right to me. I love it.
Well, this is how I was trained. You take certain cards out if they're not needed.
This has been a weird year.
Yeah, not just for you. A lot of people have been saying that. So
I'm actually hoping that 2017 is just rocking. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Oh yeah, 2016 was one of the worst years that I can. Oh my God, it was just a
yes,
ridiculous year. I mean, we should have known, like when David Bowie and Prince, we should,
Isn't that weird?
And
I like Alan Rickman.
And Florence Henderson.
Yep. There was too many that passed this year. But yeah, we should have known after David Bowie that we're going to be in for some rough waves.
I agree. And this last one was even more hectic. Leonard Cohen, for me, I was like, okay, what is happening to all the stars now? It's like he's pretty much normal. And
that's what we can talk about later. Does anybody have any opinion on the Cuban dictator dying?
No, actually, I don't.
Fidel Castro died last night.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I remember I just remember being so scared. Like when I was a little girl, we had to practice ducking under our desk because we were going to get annihilated by him. So, I'm sort of glad he's gone. And, I wish Marie was here because, Marie's Cuban and her parents, left. And she was very happy. People who were the Cuban Americans are very, very happy because they did not, they were not a big fan. They were not a big fan of them. So.
Wow.
No. But the people in Cuba, they're actually having a time of mourning, and their streets are silent. Whereas in, Little Havana, down in, Miami, they're all excited they might be able to see their family again now.
Mhm. Yeah, it's just bizarre. The whole thing is just bizarre. It is. Look, my grandmother went there on her honeymoon, and it's still in the 20s, and it still looks exactly the same.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, it's like the land that it's just really it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yes, it will. Yes, Papa, I'm relieved as well, and I'm hoping that it brings the people of Cuba a little peace, because I'm hoping that.
I hope it brings them some new stuff. They still drive the cars from the 1950s.
Yep.
I hope they can at least get some 1980s cars.
Well, they might be able to get some nice cars, like 2016 cars.
Free speech would be good. Freedom of the press would be good.
Exactly. Freedom to speak.
But that was a really scary time. I mean, growing up, the Cuban Missile Crisis and everything, that was really, really scary.
Well, that was before my time, so I don't know much about that.
I don't either. I just remember that it was like they were going to blow us up. So we used to have to duck under our desk all the time to practice getting blown up.
Yep.
We did that too, but not because of him. Because of, like, other crazy people that are in my country.
Because of what?
Like ducking under your desk is going to save you from a crazy person. It's just the whole concept is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was 9, 10. I was already ducking under my desk at school. I was like, why the hell am I doing this? There's no one here to, like, kill me.
What did your teachers tell you you were trying to be safe from? What do you remember?
What do I remember? In case... what were we told? I think I've forgotten all of that stuff. It's like, just in case somebody comes in with a shotgun and holds up the
just
school.
like for general
General safety. Yeah, like terrorists.
Yeah.
I mean, already back then.
Because we have bulletproof desks.
There you go.
Oh my God, no, we were just wooden. We were just old wooden desks. Old slanty ones that you kind of flip your seats up. And we were like, okay, we're getting on this desk. I don't know how I'm going to fit, but I'm going to get on the desk. The two of us, yeah. Okay, that's crazy, Carrie.
My mom, she had to hide under the desk because of the Cuban Missile Crisis, and that was the only thing they could tell the kids to do at the time. But I didn't know. Didn't you grow up in Australia?
South Africa.
Where?
South Africa.
So they just wanted you to be safe in case, like, a rebel or a terrorist came into they wanted you to be on the...
Yeah, exactly.
Well, shit, girl, where did you go to school?
Around the corner?
That sounds scary.
In the bush? In the bush?
No, we never had that when I was in school. All we had was, like, fire drills and shit.
Yeah, we had that too. Okay. I graduated in 2000, so I'm a little younger than you.
Yeah, you're a little bit.
Just a baby. According to a lot of people. So, more wine. No, I'm getting the coffee. I got the coffee. I got a huge mug of coffee, so that's doing me in. Sorry, guys, if I'm sounding a bit crazy. Carrie's crazy. Carrie's there. So, Christy, your cards, you're absolutely gonna hate me for this because the guidance card is let go. Can you let go, girl? You're absolutely gonna hate me for that one. But the first card was hope. So have a little hope. And then breathe. Breathe, Carrie. Breathe. And speak a little slower. And then support. And then your let go card. Which actually looks like autumn leaves. So yeah, it probably is autumn leaves. It's a really pretty card.
It does, but it definitely sounds like a time of change, because that would be what I would interpret it as.
Yeah, definitely. And then Hello from Heaven is also another one. Huge, very strong, just like Amy's Memories card. So we're getting all the cards in. And then Just Ask. So this one's interesting. I better read this one because I don't know what this means. There are many here in from the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of the divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, angels, and spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for our help and guidance.
Oh, well, that's optimistic.
That is a bit optimistic, isn't it? But everyone's getting told to, trust. I don't know if you've noticed the big message in, the last 2 months is, please trust us. I mean, I've noticed, and on some of these development sites, I'm like, whoa, guys, Check out this huge message coming through for us. It's like just fast. So,
What is this deck you're pulling from?
Sorry?
What is the deck you're pulling from right now?
Oh, it's John Holland, and it's his latest deck, or the one he did last year, and it's some spirit messages, which is really awesome. I pulled it out last week, and I did a reading for myself, and I was like, this is a really cool deck to read from. I think this is going to be my second favorite. So my first favorite is Doreen Virtue, Healing with the Angels, because it's got one word on it and it's got nothing else, and just a picture. So I'm not swayed by anything. I'm just like, okay, the colors are this, picture is that, this is that, and that's, oh, right, it makes sense. Okay, so I like that.
Right.
I really like that. I don't, this deck is
I prefer
beautiful.
the Oracle deck to the Tarot myself.
I've never been one for tarot, probably because I've used oracles from way in the beginning. And then I did that training with Doreen Virtue and Radley, and like, okay, I'm getting a sense of this, and still got my favorite cards in the tarot, and they haven't changed, and I'm like, okay, I will use it like I use my oracle deck, and I will just read the pictures, I will read the colors, and I will read the vibes that I'm getting from it, and that's it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for pulling my cards for me. That was nice.
Pleasure. So that's my whole take on the oracle cards. Yeah, I agree with you. I've never liked tarot. They've always been a little freaky to me. Maybe because of that death card.
Well, it feels like there's too much room for interpretation when you pull, whereas the oracle are they feel more straightforward. This is, it is what it is.
Yeah, I guess so, hey? And it's got one word, and it's like, just there. I don't know what to say. You put it perfectly. So, thank you. Who else wants some cards? I can read from the chat. I don't need to hear your voice. I do email readings, so I'm perfectly happy with talking into a screen.
You do email readings, you said?
Yeah. I actually prefer it because I did trance channeling, and I went over to the UK and I did a whole course. I think I did 2 courses, 2 trance channeling courses. Wow. Let's see what that one was. Have fun. I'm going to get you some more. And actually, I find automatic typing a little bit easier than talking, because
I've never tried that.
oh, it's like automatic writing, but you actually, I'm a bit of a touch typist, so I just let my fingers run over the keyboard. And sometimes when you're like writing a letter to someone and you're like, hey, I want to say this, but I don't know how to say it. And then you start writing it, and then it starts flowing. And then it gets easier and easier to write, and then all of a sudden you're finished. That's what it feels like.
Kind of cool.
And that's why I like it, because it flows. And I know where it's coming from, and it's not my head. Because you can hear the difference between my head and my connection. Because right now I'm going headspace, and it's a little weird. And then I start linking to spirit, and you can hear it. Then I am going to pull another few cards for you. What do you say, Christy? How is life treating
I did not go shopping on Friday, so I'm grateful that I did not go shopping on Black Friday. There we go. That's what I'm grateful for this year.
Great. I went shopping on Friday by mistake, but I actually, if I wasn't with my mom, okay, because I went with her to a doctor's appointment, just a general checkup, and then I said, I have to go to the chemist to get some stuff, and she's like, okay, and I said, but we can't go to that one, we got to go to that one. So we get there, and she says, okay, well, I'm just going to go and order some chips from the restaurant upstairs, and then I'll meet you wherever, in the car or here. And she got back, and there were like 20 to 30 people in my line. And there were 10 in the other one because I opened up some extra tills. And I'm like, gee, I thought there would be more Black Friday specials, because they had these huge A1 posters going, Black Friday sales, specials. And I'm going, yeah, where are they? I didn't see any. I looked on the website and there were maybe 15 or 20 that they were advertising. Literally, that's all I saw in the store.
Oh, my friend did get a $99 32-inch flat screen TV on Friday at, I think it was Target. Very happy. She needed a new TV, and it had come with a Roku, which don't ask me to say what it is because I don't know what it is. But she's thrilled.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I'm glad for her because that's awesome.
Amy, didn't you say you found a Brooks Brothers coat for, like, really cheap?
A Burberry coat.
Oh.
Burberry. I got like a $4,000 jacket for $6.
See, that's way better than a Black Friday sale, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's like
I'd much rather do that. Like Black Friday doesn't. Yeah, that's like my hobby.
Okay, you'll never guess what card I just pulled as the extra guidance card.
Got to be, this is a time of growth and a time of change. I know it is.
No, if you get it, I'll give you a free reading. You got one more. Two more chances. We got to do the 3 chances. I've been mentioning it. I know it's late. And it's not growth. It's not growth. You're close.
Letting go.
No. One more.
Hope?
Nope. Anybody. I mentioned it about 20 minutes ago. The big message.
Amy knows.
For the last 2 months.
What's the big message?
For the last 2 months, I've been saying everybody is getting this huge message. What is it? I just pulled the card. You could say no. You could say no.
I don't know. I mean, it's like kind of hard to pinpoint. A huge message, let's see, is, gosh, I don't know. Someone else can say it, but I might be too cynical.
Cool. Well, it's trust. Remember?
Yeah, that was what it was. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But I was not saying a positive. I was like, don't trust anyone.
Okay.
But
okay.
Are you saying that we should trust?
We should trust spirit. We should
trust ourselves.
Trust ourselves, trust spirit, because we are spirit inside.
Right.
And the more we go back, the less we stress, and the less we stress, the better it is. So, Papa, I've got your card right here. You broke up. Say again?
She's not pulling a card for you unless you call in. See?
Oh, I love that. I love that. That is such a good manipulation. Okay, I call it manipulation.
Yes, I am.
So I've got buying on the mind. I was on Amazon just now. So, Diane, your cards, I have fun. And I'm going to read this to you because they're telling me to. Because the first word is stop. And that's Chris's favorite word. So we're going to do this on Curious Times. I'm going to say stop. Stop sign. Take a break. When was the last time you had fun? I hope this is the last time you had fun listening to me doing readings. And when was the last time you took a chance and did something silly? I hope this was as well. And something totally unlike you hear like every night. So this is good. This is good. Oh, Popeye, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have. So, the F-U-N word. We're not going to say it again. Fun! I'm just going to perseverate a little bit. And then the next one is you are not alone. And if you don't know what that word means, go and look it up. It means fun, 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 fun. That's what it sounds like to perseverate. And then we are going to say love. And then the next one is ancestral wisdom. Now, usually I stop at 4, but I've decided for the special people here at Curious Times, I'm going to pull an extra 2 guidance cards. So the next one is take a moment. Now, this one is, let me describe the picture for you. So it's a blue card. It's a dark blue card, which I see as wisdom and teaching. So you've got something to teach, you've got something to share as well, but also just something to remember from your soul, which is going to teach you stuff. So you don't necessarily have to share it with people, but I know you will if it will help someone. So this is, okay, right, Papa, I will put that one back in. And they're asking me to tell you to meditate. But to me, meditating is just taking time for yourself to be quiet and calm and not rush around and turn your cell phone off for 2 minutes. Because that's when I go and check my Facebook again, it's 2 minutes down the line. I'm like, has anybody posted yet? 2 minutes. Has anybody posted yet? No. Okay, right. So we're getting that one. Turn off your phone for 2 minutes and take a few deep breaths, and you'll be fine. So this girl is just, she's got her head down and, like prayer position, but not praying. Okay, they say not praying. More meditation for you. And she's got butterflies, and the butterflies are open. So you can see them as flying, or you can see them as not flying. Or we can see them as like, when a butterfly hovers over a flower and kind of just doesn't do anything, or when it's drinking out of the nectar, when it's drinking the nectar. That's kind of the moment that kind of want to get to, that blissful moment. So if that makes sense. And it's just that time when you take that nectar and you suck it in. And that's the time they want you to take. It doesn't have to be blissful, it's just a pause. And then the last one is trust. And I think that was more of a joke from Spirit, because I made a hell of a joke out of it. I don't know how good that was. But it's got the heart chakra, and I think if I know you well enough, heart chakra is trying to open. And hey, Christy. And the heart chakra is actually glowing in this card. So take a breath and do your little 5-second break and you'll start glowing. And if you do it every day, you'll find it easier and easier to do 10 seconds to 2 minutes to and that's how people work up to 20 minutes. They don't just set an alarm and go 20 minutes down the line. Okay, I'm finished. Some people do, but it's very difficult. I hope that makes sense to you. And Papa, if you do want that card, I'll check what it is actually. How should I think I'm going to check that card. Oh, this is a nice card. This is a nice card. I think you're going to like that card. Okay, good. I'm glad that makes sense, Diane. It's a very nice card. Should I tell her, guys, what's the vote in the chat room? If I get more than 5 people saying yes, then I'm going to read it to him. What should I do? Should I read the card to Popeye?
Yes, read it.
Oh, cool. All right. So I've got Amy's permission. For Amy's yes, so that trumps everybody's. So that's 5 on its own. So Popeye, you're getting your card.
Huh?
We're giving you lots of credit tonight, Amy. So it's a red card. I must have missed that. Okay. Oh, Popeye. We appreciate you too, dude. We appreciate you too. And this card is a red one, and it's got flames coming out of the This is for you, Popeye, right now. So the card is red. It's kind of like a orange red, and it's got flames, and it's going from your heart up. And it's actually a really, really beautiful card. And it's inspire passion. So I hope that by coming to this show that we inspire you on a nightly basis. And I hope that Chris's MIA hasn't sparked anything too bad or made you miss the show too much. So if it does, then just go listen to an archive because it's brilliant. It's wonderful to go and listen to an archive when there's absolutely nothing on and you just go and listen to somebody talking shit for 3 hours. Not that you talk shit, but you know, some people do. Like me. But anyway, so the card is Inspire Passion, and life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired, blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. I think you know that. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. Oh, that's so nice. I hope that really just confirms that you're in the right place. Because I've felt that ever since I met you and I started coming back to these shows. When did I pop up? 2 months ago? I know in the last month I've been here often. Because actually I'm supposed to be sleeping. But I don't sleep at night anymore. I sleep during the day. So I hope that really helps. And I can pull 3 more cards if you like. Keep faith. And keep strong. And keep coming. And if you ever lose faith, put in the chat, I've lost faith. And I promise you, these are amazing people. And I'm not talking about me specifically. I'm saying the rest of the chat room and the rest of the people that are usually here, trust me, they've been through some stuff. And they know when they say, keep the faith. it's going to get better. And there is a chance to get better. So I'm telling you, I know that for myself too. And I don't share that very often, but I do know that for myself too. So, be right back, okay? But Christy, come and help me. Who else wants a card? Anybody? Terry. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're an angel. You're an angel. I like to be co-host. I don't like to be host.
Did you read the last two? I know that you were talking about our group, and I'm glad that you put a shout out to the people in this chat room and the people who call into the show, because I would have to agree with you. There are people that I have received some wonderful support from over the past year that I've been tuning in, as well as some wonderful advice and just a shoulder. I mean, basically just a shoulder of encouragement when you've hit that bottom.
Yeah. I know I've been there, and I've called into the show, and I've had the guest bow out. I actually had that, what was it, about 2-3 years ago. I was in a really, really bad place. And I called in and I said, please can I have some healing? And the guest actually must have PM'd Chris and said, I'm going now. I'm actually going. And she said, I'm sorry, I can't be here anymore. It was about 10 minutes overtime. And she said, I'm going. I was in a really bad place. So you must know when a guest bows out what a bad place it was. But I'm back. I got sorted. I won't really go into that unless people want me to. But yeah.
So you can understand when I say the words of this is a time of growth and change and a wonderful year for you. That doesn't necessarily mean a good thing.
That can mean the shittiest year you've ever had, but at the end of the year you look back and you go, I don't know how I got from A to B. And A was the beginning of the year and B is the end of the year, and you're sitting at the end of the year and you're going, holy crap, how the hell did I get here? How?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened to me.
Exactly. And I know that we're supposed to try to embrace change and try to look at the silver lining as a time of growth and a time of learning and what it is about ourselves that we're supposed to be learning. But sometimes those growing pains can be a little uncomfortable while it's going on.
Yeah. And you know, it was a 2-week basically therapy program that I went back into. And I got myself sorted. And the art that we did every day, or every second day or whatever it was, I eventually, and I've got it in front of me, I've got it on my wall, I drew a yin-yang, and then I drew my aura around it. And it was a green and a blue and a yellow circle. And it was just an A4, but the circles are about, what, an inch wide. And then the yellow was back on the corners, and the yellow is the color of my aura. So I had 2 more steps to go, and I was back. So
have you ever gotten your picture taken with your aura, your colors?
I haven't, and that's actually something which my biofeedback machine does. And I know I could go and scan my aura right now, and it'll be blue because I'm busy helping someone out there. And when I am just sitting and maybe reading Facebook and I scan my aura, what color is it? I might have to go and look it up. A bit of red and then a bit of yellow. and then it changes to a rainbow when you are balanced. And then often I have because I'm very empathetic, I have...
Wait, did you say that the color of the rainbow when you're in balance?
When I'm in balance. So I have rainbow colors in my aura, and everybody does according to this machine. So it just shows when you're balanced, it shows the rainbow. And then it shows your primary color. So it's basically similar to Korean photography. It's just not an actual photo of you. It's just the frequencies that it's picking up. So when I'm sending healing, I'm green and I'm yellow. When I'm sitting normally, I'm yellow. I'm green and I'm blue. When I'm sitting normally, I'm yellow. And then when I balance out, it's the rainbow, which is amazing. It's totally amazing. Because, there's your card. Okay, that's why they're telling me to pull that card out.
Dorothy has a camera. I don't know what it's called, but she has gone and taken pictures of people and shown them her aura, and then stopped and then put her hand on their shoulder for I don't know, 60 seconds or whatever it is, and then gone back and taken their picture again, trying to give them. And the pictures are amazing. I love to look at the pictures. I don't know the interpretation for the colors, what red represents or blue represents or the yellow you were talking about just now.
Yeah.
But the colors, after you put your hands on someone's shoulder behind them, that human touch, that the healing and the love that two people can give to one another, you can see the difference in their aura, and it's beautiful to me. I think that's neat. I would love to go to any festival or fair where they would take my picture and then put their hands on my shoulder and then show me what my colors are, because that's beautiful to me.
Well, message me on Facebook and I'll put your information in and I'll scan you and I'll send you a picture.
Okay. I don't think I'm on a Facebook friend of yours, so I'm going to have to message you. I'll just message you, and then you can tell me your first and last name, and there you are. I'll send you a private message and say, hey, friend me.
Anybody can friend me on Facebook. I just have to know who you are, or Amy's having problems. So that is me, Kaz Heaven.
Got it.
And I think you are a friend. You're Christy who, right? Christy Wilkins. Christy Wilkinson, or are you Christy? Which Christy are you? I've got 3 Christys.
Christy Faust.
Oh, okay, right, yes.
Oh, right. No, we're not friends. Adding you now.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Now I know who you are. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to distract you later because I'm curious how the Kaz Heaven name came in, because that's a beautiful name. That's beautiful.
Thank you. It's I can tell you.
Okay.
But I just want to tell Popeye.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2 cards. No, don't apologize. We're chatting. It's cool. I think Amy is thank God they're still talking. Thank God they haven't shot each other yet. No, I'm kidding.
No, she's out. Yeah.
So she's back. So the 2 cards are Stay Connected and Cleanse. So you can also Facebook me and I will do some healing on you. So, right. Sorry, I just saw your message. Okay. Right. I'm seeing Facebook going. Another notification. I'm seeing the IntuiTalks one. Right, Kaz. Hello. So the Kaz human is, and my story is going to come out tonight. Oh my God. Kaz human is just my internet friends, and I've got a couple of personal friends on there. I sometimes tag them, but not very many. My family profile is completely different. They don't know about this one, or they might, but hardly anybody knows about this one. except my virtual friends and my game friends, because I play Fairyland every once in a while, and then I was playing Monsters, and I was playing not Farmville, but it's Farm something, which is really cute. And it was actually funny because I've got an Aussie friend, and what used to happen is we would click into each other's profile, and they had ducks or chickens. And basically what you do is you click on the chicken, and it spins around and it goes mad. So we would like log in and play the game, and then you'd see when the other person would visit you, and then we would sit there going, chicken, 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 chicken. We would click a chicken, and it would be our way of communicating. And we would sit there going, oh my God, this person, she's on the game again. Okay, and then we would get the other one coming in, and there are a couple of us from the UK. A couple of us. I'm already going, I'm living in the UK. No, I just want to be. So, anyway, we would do that. And then the Monsters game as well, you could sit in there and you cast a spell, basically. And a lot of the time, because we were on different time zones, you would get it after the person has been in your profile. And it was just the most hilarious thing. You guys can look up the Monsters game. It's just called Monsters. And it's very cute. And then I play something called Forbidden Garden, and that's the one that I'm in the most. And it's the only one that I've leveled up without paying anything. And it's kept, the developers are in there making different challenges and everything. So this is my game profile. Kaz Heaven is my game profile. So I just started adding people, and then I added my family profile because I wanted another profile so that I would have a friend on Forbidden Garden. And I could go and help myself in the other profile. So that's why I've got a couple of profiles. So basically, my Kaz Heaven, I was going to make it Heaven because of my connection to Spirit. It's not available. If you go and look up Kaz Heaven, you'll find somebody in there. I don't know who it is, and I'm not friends with him. So,
well, there are some people who have tried to explain numerology to me, which I also find fascinating. And if you take like your name and your birthday, you can take your name and then go to the numbers and figure out what I think it's 1 through 9. You know, A, B, C.
Yeah.
And I've tried to do that, and I can't come up with a name, you know, even though those are the letters. And I was just curious if it was a numerology. And I've been shown how to do it. I just don't know how to come up with a name I like.
Okay. Yeah, this was basically just Spirit-led, I suppose. I didn't want to have my actual passport name on there because there are too many people that don't like me out there. Just because of the person I was before. And now I'm a much more likable person. You don't want to kill me every time you see me. So, good night, Sherry. Thank you. See you hopefully tomorrow night or next time. And okay, she's gone. So, Heaven is basically just the connection.
Well, I'm thinking, isn't tomorrow the night where we're supposed to call for the Aliyah Dawn, the girls who are trying to get their certification for their call-in? So if anyone, you know, before I forget, you've got to call in and help them get they need to get 5 readings, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 5, yeah. Oh, wow. So, on that note, the lady that read me the last time, she gave me 3 names. 2 people I know, and 1 was Shane. I'm like, I don't know Shane. I really don't know Shane. 2 days later, literally, oh, Shane's got a radio show on one of the other websites I'm on. How's that? I think, what's that lady's name? the one that does biking, and she's a medium. The blonde lady from BTR. She gets named. She's about the only one I know. What is her name? I can see her. She has Teaching Tuesdays. What's her name?
I know. It's on the tip of my tongue. And,
yeah, you know who I'm talking about. She's the only one who I know who can get names. And now this trainee medium gets names. Renee. Thank you. Yes, Renee. And I'm like, oh my God. I think I've known one Shane in my life, and I'm not in contact with him. That was in high school, and I think it was a friend of a friend. And
did you look up the Shane when you were done?
No.
When you two and two together?
Yeah. It's a Wednesday night show, and I actually said to him in the chat, I said, somebody read me on Sunday and said that there's a Shane. And then you pitch up with the show, and it's a new show. And he used to be on this website called SOC, spiritualistsonline.com, and it's a brand new show. Literally, I was amazed. I was blown away. I was like, I've got to tell Aaliyah, whoever that was, I've got to go and listen to the recording and say, that girl was amazing.
That is cool.
Because Renee is the only one that I know that can get names, and it might be in my book. I have no idea. Let me just see.
I have, what was the third? Did you say there were 3 names?
There were 3 names, and I can't remember the other 2, but I do know. It's not in there. I didn't write it down.
I've yet to get a reading from Renee, and I have heard from probably half a dozen people from this group and from chat that they had a lovely reading, and she was wonderful and on the spot, and you should go. And I'm just a horrible procrastinator.
Join the club. I am as well. I think she needs to raffle a reading again. Okay, I'm telling people what to do. This is bad.
Well, I mean, right. But I think it's great. She has so many, supportive fans, and she has such a loyal people around her because they just, adore her, and she's so positive. And
she is.
Maybe I'll do that next year. I'll do that next year, my birthday. How's that sound?
I think you need to put it on Google Calendar if you're on Gmail. Because that's the only way I remember things now. I have to put it on Google Calendar.
You were the second person that brought that up to me. There's like another calendar. Outlook has a calendar, and they'll email you and remind you and give you like a 1-hour notification ping. That's and yeah.
Or you can just follow your own email address, and then but you would still have to make an event.
I have 1,900 emails in my box right now. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, you sound like me. I have about that much newsletter junk, and I can't even call it junk because it's stuff that I actually want to see in the future. I just have it coming in, and it's like, oh, you sent me another email. Sorry, I'm not reading it today. I might read it tomorrow, or the next day, or next week, or next year, and I never get around to it. And then something else comes in, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that one's important, and that one's just a newsletter, so cheers. I'll mark you as read, but yeah,
okay.
I get about 12.
I have another
spam emails.
Another question about the holidays I would love to ask the chat room. How soon is too early to play Christmas frigging songs?
Not October. I got my first game request for Christmas in October. Can you believe it? I got my first Christmas game request on Facebook in October.
That's just
I got
rude.
it in October. Yeah. I've since defriended that person and blocked them. I go, people, don't send me friend requests. And no, friend requests are fine. Okay, that's my head. Don't send me game requests, radio show things that I never go to, and Christmas game requests in October. Are you insane?
We had radios that were playing Christmas songs before Thanksgiving was even here, so that was hard to get in the mood for Thanksgiving. But we actually had stores that had Christmas decorations up while I was still looking for Halloween decorations. Like Lowe's, Depot, even Rite Aid had Christmas shit up when I was still looking for Halloween candy to go on sale.
You know, I got asked last week, just because I saw it, and yes, I did train for nail techs, but it was basically just for the sake of doing something. So, Popeye's gonna call in. Yay! I hope. And
Santa Claus is pagan.
Sorry?
Yes, he is. Santa Claus is pagan, and Yule was a lot longer than Christmas. Yule was along, burning the Yule log, and I think they kind of hijacked a different holiday.
I think so. I think it's just become a marketing thing. YouTube, thank you. So anyway, I saw this thing. I picked it up in one of the local groups that everybody's like really, really, really helpful, and they go and look for different products, and they're like, I need this, or I need somebody come and put a kitchen counter in for me. Does anybody know of like a handyman or whatever? And then the whole group says, okay, I recommend this person and that person. So these are the kind of groups I have all over my city. And I'm like, okay, right, I'll add that one too. And somebody said, are there Christmas nail art stickers available yet?
Oh, I know what that's called. My two little cousins got roped into that shit, and they invited me to their damn party. It's a sticker that goes on your nail, and it's instead of nail polish. But when they took off the sticker, like 20% of their nail came with
nail
it.
Cable. Yeah, exactly. Nail art.
They're bad.
You can get a sticker stamp, which is much better in my view, because that's just nail polish. And then this lady's sticker crazy, so she said, I need stickers. And I went and I looked at all the websites that I kind of belong to, and they didn't have any Christmas stuff yet. They've still got Halloween things, and it's the 20th of November. And I'm like, maybe that's a business I should get into. Because everybody's like looking for Christmas stuff already, and nobody's got it. They've still got Halloween stuff, which is really, 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 really funny. So I reckon I'm going to ask on all the groups who wants Christmas decorations early and who wants stickers early. And if I get enough, then I'm going to get wholesale from the people that Corinne buys from. And I'm going to ship it out from the USA, which is $20 usually with Amazon. And I'm going to sell it to them.
Yeah, I don't know where distributor is, but that's a good idea.
I think I'm going to ask, and if there are more than 5 people that come back to me and they say, okay, I'm going to buy 10 packs from you, I'm going to start a business, another one. And I want to see if they've got Christmas stuff, because it's just crazy. No one's got Christmas stuff yet. But what did I see in October? Somebody took a picture and they said, it's a place like Walmart or Target or whatever. So we've got a place called Checkers. And so it's like check your stuff, that's Checkers. That's
okay.
a nice sing-song name. And apparently somebody was putting up Christmas decorations in the store in October already, and they got such a talking to from somebody, and I was like, oh my god, October. And then I got the game request on Facebook. I'm like, okay.
Well, here in Michigan, every single one of our department store has those bell ringers on the outside of them, and I want to say that they're either Salvation Army or the bell ringers.
Mm-hmm.
And I only have so much change in my pocket at one time at Christmas time, and seriously, it's really hard for me to run like hell into that store without making eye contact with the bell ringers this time. So I got to start keeping more change in my coat pocket because that's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, my dad's colleague, because there are so many unemployed people here, at every single, I don't know if you've got that yet, but at every single traffic light there's a beggar, except for in the really small areas, really small suburbs, but in the main areas, you've got at every single traffic light or every second traffic light there's somebody hawking something or selling a newspaper or begging. And this guy, he's a lawyer, and what he used to do is his commute from the next city is 20 to 40 minutes, and most of that is on the highway. And then there are about 4 or 5 intersections which he had to come through, main intersections where there were people begging. And he said, I'm going to have like $5 a day, because that's what it's equivalent to now. It's $5 a day. So I'm going to have 5 or 10 50p coins in the front of my car, in my cup holder. And that's all I'm giving for that day. And I'm going to take it out in the morning and I'm going to put it there. And once it's finished, I say, I've given my 50p for every person that I've seen at the traffic light. And now you got to wait for tomorrow. So if I have change for tomorrow, you can have it. And then the next guy's got to get 50p at the next traffic light. And that's what he did. And that's the only way he could kind of not spend his entire, he wouldn't ever spend his entire pay on people, on like charity cases. It's amazing.
And that would make you feel less guilty. I've spent my, I spent my allowance. I spent my allowance and it's gone. Now that's it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't carry change around with me. I have $5 notes and that's it.
Well, I'm surprised anybody has, because everyone used their ATM card or their Visa card to pay for their purchases or their groceries now. I mean, most of the people just swipe their card now. So who honestly keeps change in their change anymore for those bell ringers? Seriously.
I really don't think a lot of people, unless you make an effort like this guy. 50 lawyers face down in the river. Good start. Yeah, but he's a really nice lawyer.
Did you say that you thought Popeye was going to call in?
I did. And he got shy.
Was you lying?
No. Because his speaker went away. And usually people fall in with the when the speaker goes away. So I heard Amy. Hey, Amy.
Oh, yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
So I hope I didn't put everybody to sleep. I hope
this was awesome.
No, I was going to ask Amy. I'd heard that.
Does anybody else? How about Diane? Did you want a card? I thought I saw something that Diane wanted a card.
I did her cards already.
She was the first one you did. Well, after me.
Sorry.
Yeah. You had to go. You had to go have a pee break.
I think I thought that was Popeye's. Card. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So now what are we going to do? Now,
you're going to pull. I want you to pull a card for me.
Ooh, Amy, you've been put on the spot. Yep.
You want me to? Okay. Let's see.
Go get your deck.
I think she even has a mermaid deck.
Yeah,
I love the mermaid deck.
But I keep them.
Yay.
I just use the ones right on the computer.
Oh, okay.
No, I want the mermaid deck, or I don't want a reading at all.
Okie doke. See what the
Christy, I love you, man. That is so awesome. Sorry, I'm not allowed to say I love on the show. I love you.
Oh, you're allowed to, because Chris has a migraine. She wouldn't hear it.
Yeah, Chris isn't here. We can use the L word all we want.
I love that.
Hold on, this is going so. There's something
I know how to push.
really wrong with my I think it's everyone's shopping. Everyone's shopping online or something. Let's see.
Unmute, Popeye.
Oh.
Unmute.
Oh, Popeye made it.
Say hi, Popeye.
Oh, good. But hold on. I'm still the reading's popping up
All right.
slowly.
Slowly. Okay, commentary, calm down.
Okay. The mermaids are telling you. Oh, this is weird. Okay. This is really weird. The mermaids are telling you that you need to allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to receive. You're too self-sufficient, and for good reason, because people have a tendency to. The problem with situating yourself to receive, like expecting, is usually be let down. But just put yourself in a receiving mode. You don't have to. It's not charity, and you don't have to feel guilty about it. It's just your birthright. But you have gotten so used to people not doing what they say that they're going to do. If your expectations are so low, you've like put yourself out of receiving mode. So you're like leaving a lot of stuff at the so it's like to open your arms to receive. But then this other card came up twice, and she's not a mermaid. She's like this kind of slutty. Chantel is her name, whoever she may be, and says that there's a new romance on the horizon, and it says it twice. I pulled 3 cards, and 2 of the cards are the same thing. This slutty Chantel saying that there's a new romance imminent. Maybe the new romance, not to say that it's not a boy, but what I'm sensing is that you're going to have a new romance with yourself. You need to fall back in love with yourself, which is easy to fall out of love with ourselves because we just get so tired of ourselves and, it's like whatever. But 2017 is going to be a big year. Is going to be a big year for you. There's going to be a lot of changes. The changes are going to be for the positive, but they're going to be contingent on you kind of changing your mindset, thinking that the world is an abundant place and that you can get your not even just your needs met. You can, that there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but in order to get the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, you have to start believing in rainbows again, if that makes sense.
Yes.
The end.
That is actually just right on point with me right now from both the top, the receiving, putting in my mindset to receiving again. I had sent out 4 different messages to my immediate gal pals last week when I had an especially rough day, and this was a week ago Wednesday. I got a horrible letter in the mail, and I had called and texted, and I had thought, normally they would stop by for coffee and we would catch up and I would, have a shoulder and I would feel better, whatever. They've just been literally off the grid, missing in action, and I'm just at the point where it's like, you know what? I don't even know why I allow myself to, believe that people even are human anymore, because they're not. People don't act like that. People don't behave like that.
Yeah,
And
people can behave pretty badly. People can behave pretty badly, and then it kind of like, we just get like so over it. It's like we just put up our guard, and then we just, we shut ourselves off.
Yes, completely.
Which is which is unfortunate, because while many people are, because humans are it's just the nature of the beast. Humans are very, very disappointing, but in the process we stop believing in magic, and then nothing happens, and then the whole thing shuts, and then everything shuts down.
Well, then I go through this big circle, and then I think, what if my expectations are just too high? And I do honestly have a tendency, I have a history of doing that. I wonder if maybe my expectations are too high of people, and that's why I get disappointed too easily. So I try to take a step back and say, okay, maybe, all 4 of these people were busy at the same fucking time, and that's, I just need to take a step back, and then I'll feel guilty, and then I'll still say, you know what, I just need to stop having friends. I'll just have Facebook friends, and that's it. And then
well, when we count on people, because if we're so giving, we expect it in return, even though we don't expect it, because we know they're probably going to let us down. We keep kind of getting our hopes up, and it's just we just get in we get in a vicious circle.
Yeah.
So then in the process of not getting our hopes up, we stop believing in magic, and that's the big thing, is to not because these things that are bestowed on you are not going to come from the people who owe you, for lack of a better term. People who owe you are going to be too busy or whatever. It's going to come from unexpected sources, but it can only come from unexpected sources if we believe. And I can do that. Because we get in this thingamabob with in this vicious cycle with people we know letting us down. And the fallout of it is that we stop believing, and nothing will happen. Nothing will happen if you don't believe.
And I can.
So remember to believe in magic, and but still, and it's still okay to be disappointed. Like, when you do think, when you're in a situation and you need help, and the people that you've helped in the past are too busy or too whatever. It is disappointing, and you should be hurt, and you should be angry, and you should be like, wow, they suck. But not everybody. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't stop believing in magic, because if you stop believing in magic, no magic will happen. Speaking of magic, I bought a Powerball ticket.
Oh, 400. It's up pretty high tonight. I didn't.
Yeah, it's like 405. Okay, here's the numbers. Now I gotta find my ticket. 17, 19, 21, 37, 44, and then Powerball is 16. Now I gotta go find my ticket.
17, 19, 21.
37, 44, 16.
Powerball 16. Yeah, I didn't even buy a ticket, but it's fun to fantasize about that.
Yeah, I don't know why I bought. Oh, I bought a ticket because I was 2, 11, 39. No, I didn't get a single number. I must not believe in magic.
No, in my reading, I actually was thinking about going pet hunting again. I was really sad. I had, about a year ago this time, I gotten a new kitten, and then I don't know if I had told you, but like 3 months after I had this adorable kitten that I was playing with, I took the kitten to get spayed, and she passed away on the table with the vet, and it must have had a heart condition. So I was like, yeah, now is not a really good time to get another pet. And I've been thinking about that lately, and I do still have my kitty. I have my little, the scratching post and whatnot, and I thought, that was fun. I liked having a pet around. I was thinking about that, and I think that may have something to do with the slutty romance card you pulled, because that was as much companionship I think I can take right now.
Yeah, it came up twice. So, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. But that is something I've been thinking about.
Interesting. That sounds great. Just in time for the holidays.
Sounds awesome.
What in the world? My internet is so weird tonight.
Oh dear. Are you just on Wi-Fi or are you on broadband? Sorry, I'm doing the techie thing again. I'm asking that question.
I'm on but that came, the internet that's in your house. But I'm not plugged. I'm not plugged in. I'm not.
Oh.
Not
Wi-Fi.
Plugged
Okay.
in. I just think that I think a lot of people are on the internet.
Yeah, it's big time.
It does blow.
Because it's a big internet. It's a big internet time because people are like trapped with their parents, whatever. They've
Movie time.
It's a big internet. But Popeye did call in, so maybe Popeye will unmute and get a reading. He's very vocal and
maybe you can give him a card. Pull him a card.
Yeah. Maybe we can
Oh, try again. You did unmute for 2 seconds, Popeye. Try again.
You gotta say hi.
Yeah, just push it once.
And if you're calling in, you can press 1. And it'll unmute you.
Okay, I'm here. Trying this about a third time. I don't think I'm doing it right tonight.
No, it's cool. We've got to give you the right info, then you'll get them. Go, Amy. I'm going to mute again.
Well, the main thing I want to say is to everyone who is here tonight, thank you. I started this evening show feeling lower than whale shit on the bottom of the ocean. And now I feel quite a bit better. So whether you were an active participant and made comments in the chat room, or whether you made comments locally online, or whether you were just plain here, thank you. Because you have very much helped.
I'm glad you feel better. This is a safe place. This is always a safe place here. We're all a bunch of crazy nuts. This is a safe place to be.
Yes, I very much enjoy it. I like hanging out here regularly. I can't even talk tonight. I'm slurring my words. More wine, more wine. Anyway, thank you for pulling a card for me tonight. I did listen, and I heard your message. I will try to act upon that.
I don't think Amy pulled you a card. You got a call.
Oh, here, I pulled some cards. And they're interesting because, again, I got the same card that the mermaids came out, the same mermaids that came out for Christy, that you have to put yourself in a position to receive. And like all of us, as you get older and you get, screwed over enough, you just lower your expectations. But the same thing I said to Christy, then we just stop believing in magic, and then magic never does happen, and we're just old and miserable and grumpy. And there's an unforeseen windfall coming, but the problem is that you're not going to see the windfall. If you're not in position to receive, the windfall's going to come, and you're going to think it's for someone else. And the other thing that came up, and this is really weird because it's two different cards, but they seem so much to be the same card. Whatever challenges, obviously, because you said that you got, that you came to the show. You've got some kind of thing going on. I said there's a whole bunch of options that you're missing. You've got a little bit of tunnel vision about your current. You've got a bit of tunnel vision about your current situation. And there's a whole bunch of options. The resolution is going to be quite a bit different than the one that you have locked into. The one that you have locked into, but you're not going to see it because you're not looking to, and it's saying to consult an expert. Now, I'm not exactly sure what sort of expert we're talking about here, but
well, yeah, that's interesting because there's basically no experts in the realm where my challenge lies right now.
Okay, there's no expert. Well, there's got to be.
Right now, my challenge lies in the realm of interpersonal relationship.
Okay. Well,
I don't believe there's an expert in that realm.
Right. Consultant expert means consult. Let's paraphrase this a little bit. Consult someone. You need a fresh perspective on it. So, like, dear Corrine, she calls in here all the time, and we always, we heard all the bad stuff about her old boyfriend, and then she calls in all the time, after she told us all the bad stuff, then she calls us all and wants us to tell her good stuff. So my point is, I don't mean to be picking on Corrine. That just kind of came to mind. That's okay. I love her. You need to consult someone other than the people you have been talking to about this. You need a fresh perspective. Someone who may not have, not necessarily neutral, but you need a fresh perspective on this because you're in a rut and you're going, it's like you're just like in this Groundhog Day situation because you're you're going to the same place in your head, and then you're going to the same people, and it's like you're redecorating hell, for lack of a better term. But there are
I like that description. Yes, quite accurate.
There's refreshing twists to this, but in order to you're not going to see them right now. You're not going to see them right now because of your vantage point, and no one that you're turning to is going to point them out to you because you're all sort of collectively in the same place, and it's that's very common for that. It's very common for that to that kind of scenario to play out, but the key to the happy ending is getting a fresh perspective on this. So
okay, great. Thank you for that. I think that based on what you're saying, that I probably need to run this by my old friend Josh, who I seldom see. Because there is a lady in my life who is rather upset with me right now because in my attempt to do something good for her, I screwed up horribly and it came out terribly, terribly wrong. And I don't know if she will forgive me, but right now I'm having troubles forgiving myself.
Yeah, you just need a fresh perspective. You just need a fresh perspective on it, and that's perfect. That is perfect. You've got an old trusted friend that they're just going to give you a fresh perspective on this, and we always get ourselves in these messes. It's part of the humanness, and then we just think it's so we think our situation is so unique, which it really isn't, and then we
yeah, well, I have a
situation is permanent, which it isn't. So yeah, this fresh perspective is really going to help a lot.
Great. Yes, I have a tendency to be attracted to those who are emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, we all do. I mean, not we all do that, but that's a common dance card. That's a common dance card for sure. You like a good challenge, or sometimes we're trying to write the script that we are unlovable, so we find broken people who are not going to, because we would rather be right. Someone said it once, we would rather be right than happy. So a fresh perspective, and not, did someone say, if it's not, like every life is a fairy tale, and every fairy tale ends with, and they lived happily ever after. So if you're not the happily ever after, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. You're just stuck. And
of course, one of the challenges is that this lady is a Scorpio, just like I am. And so therefore, I have no frigging clue what the hell she is thinking and what she is feeling. I know that
well,
what
they
it
don't.
is,
I don't
she feels
think
very
that,
strongly, but I have no idea. She keeps it well hidden. And that's a common thing with Scorpios.
Yes, it's a very common thing with Scorpios. They are not they keep it well hidden, and they're not the most empathic sign.
Well, I might disagree with you there, but go ahead.
In the zodiac, or they keep it.
They may not be the most empathic sign, but the thing is that what empathic abilities they have, they don't let to be known.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That you also keep in mind that you created this whole thing. You signed up.
Yes.
You signed up for this. Figure out what the lesson is. Figure out what the lesson is.
The lesson, I think, is for me to keep my damn mouth shut.
Yeah, good luck with that, Mike. Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's not the first time my mouth has gotten me in trouble.
Yeah. Well, but also kind of think like, well, how did you expect this to end? How did you, knowing who she is and knowing that, and all of this, how, I'm not saying like what were you thinking, but it's sort of like how did you expect it to
play out?
How did you expect it to end? How did you expect it to end differently? I don't think the message at all is to keep your mouth shut. I think one of the messages is that you don't have to get along with people. One of my favorite sayings is sometimes love is loud. We're not supposed to get along with. We're certainly not supposed to get along with people that we're in, that we're romantically involved in, or if we're just not supposed to. So,
yeah, I really, in thinking about it, I guess that what I was really thinking was that I was helping to beat her drum. I was helping to promote what she wanted. My friend that I'm talking about is an author who just published a book. And I made some comments about the book to someone, and it turned out to be taken very much differently than I had intended it. Not by the person that I was making the comments to, but by my friend, who, instead of feeling like I was helping to promote her, felt like that I was at cross purposes to her.
Well, that is not your problem. That's her lesson. That's another thing, is we got to figure out what's ours, and what's ours and what's other people's. It sounds to me like if your intentions were pure and she took them the wrong way, it's really not your problem. What your problem is, not that you have a problem, but what the situation is that another thing that humans aren't good at is that kind of standing in the door, standing in the hallway, dealing with unresolved issues. We just want to smooth everything over but really the longer we can withstand these periods of unresolved issues, instead of just trying to make nice and smooth them over, the more we will learn and grow. So, well, it's uncomfortable, it's uncomfortable, and you want it resolved and stuff like that. Lean into the uncertainty of it. Lean into the discomfort, and honor it, and be grateful for it, because there's a lot of lessons in that discomfort, and there's a lot of lessons in the uncertainty.
Wow.
And as soon as you learn them, they'll go away.
Wow, that's a mouthful, and that's pretty uncomfortable to think about.
Oh, yeah, it's really uncomfortable, especially when it's matters of the heart. You always want, but there's a huge amount to be learned. That's, that's where we learn the stuff that's in the yuck. We don't learn anything when everything's going along swimmingly. We only learn stuff when it gets mucky. So,
I had really been thinking of making a breaking point of this, but yet I'm loath to do so because the good that I'm getting is outweighing the other side, and I don't want it to win.
Right.
Yet I feel like that probably I'm at an end.
Well, I mean, it could be that only you know that, but only you know that. But again, that's why, and I'll just leave it with this, that you need a fresh perspective on it. So reach out to your friend.
Yes, that's true. And Carrie, I see you in the chat room. Yes, I agree. I don't need to go down with the ship. Sometimes, however, that's the best option.
No, it's not. My darling, that's not the best option. I almost went down with the ship, and I promise you, if I'd listened to the people in my life, I would not be sitting here.
Well, time will tell, I guess. Perhaps I'm overreacting to the entire situation, but like I said earlier, I feel lower than whale shit on the bottom of the ocean about the whole thing.
You know what? You probably just need to let it sit for a while. I know that's one of my coping mechanisms, is just to let it calm down a little bit. But also, sometimes sugarcoating things doesn't work. Sometimes it does. But also what I'm really trying to get at is saying directly to her, I am sorry, and I hope you can forgive me for what I said, and that you can take it as a constructive criticism, and it was to improve your book. That was my intention and my only intention, because I care for you. And leave it at that, and put the ball in her court. And if you want to take my words and go and re-listen to the show, you can blame me. You can say my fault.
Oh no, I'll
blame
myself. That's where it belongs. But my plan right now is to wait about another week, and then I will extend an olive branch with a dozen roses, and then we'll see where things go.
Can I do something for you? Because I haven't done this on a show, but I am feeling I would like to extend your reading, not just to show off my abilities, but just to extend my reading. And you've got to excuse all my tooting my own horn. That's just the coffee. I really don't do that.
And I thank you for it.
So what I am going to do is I am going to connect back to Spirit, and I'm going to ask one of my guides to come in and talk to you. Okay? Now what I want you to do is just to listen. You don't need to talk back to me. I'm just going to give you a short message, and I haven't done this in a while, so I
will keep my mouth shut.
Okay, you can mute if you like, and I'm just gonna connect back, and I'm already connecting, and I'm just gonna talk. Okay, just like when I type, I'm just gonna talk, and I'm just gonna give this a shot and see. Now, my guide, the main one that works with me, is Elijah. Okay, so just so that you can. Okay, great. Just so you can see in your mind's eye, he's not the bad guy. He's the good guy. It's just the way the drawing came out, because I have a drawing of him. And he looks like Jafar, if you know Aladdin. Looks like Jafar. Yeah. So I'm getting. And I also have a really strong guide that has the same name as I have in chat. A little while. Usually it takes about 20 to 30 seconds for me just to blend back with Spirit. Popeye, listen to me. We are just blending with a human form. And if you cannot hear properly, just turn up your volume, because volume does lower as a message comes through. Today I'm Elijah. I'm here to help you. I feel your pain, and I see that you're suffering. And I feel your tears in my human form's eyes. And all I want you to remember, I'm Spirit, and I'm connecting to you, and I'm here to help you. And I'm just repeating because I am blending. And the deeper I blend, the less my human form will come into this. Because we know your heart is breaking. And we want to cry for you, because you haven't done that for yourself in so long. And we just want to reach out and touch your heart and heal it. And we want you to know how sorry we are for the situation that you've been in. or put yourself in. I want you to know things will come out eventually, that your intentions were good. Feel your heart, receive healing, first for yourself. Let those tears drop and just experience the pain for one moment. You don't have to hurt yourself physically to feel that pain. You have to remember what it felt like the moment you were rejected by your friend and acknowledge it. Just by feeling, you're releasing the hurt and the pain. You have held so tightly, so close to you because you don't want to do more damage. And you know what? That is such an honorable thing you are doing. But it is hurting you, and I think you know that. Whether your friend stays a friend, or whether they move on, or whether you decide to move on, is not something to be concerned with right now. We just ask you to feel the pain and to release it. And the way you release it is by feeling. And feeling is connecting back to yourself. And connecting back to yourself is connecting back to us. And we are there. We are there anytime. In fact, let me tell you something. Your friend misses you, misses your companionship, misses the love that you give her. And I think if she allows you to apologize to her, she will come back. As a friend, almost. You will continue your friendship. We say this with the most impeccable love. So, next time you have an opinion, write it down. Check with somebody else, not quite involved. Check back with your own self. Would like that advice come to you. There. We love you. We always have. We always will. This is our message. So, that's what I've been hiding from everybody. I love doing this. I love it. 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 Well, I haven't been hiding it, but I've just been keeping it under wraps. That is known as trance mediumship. And that was my guide speaking. And I've practiced this enough times to come out that quickly, so don't worry. So if you are bawling your eyes out, I'm sorry. But you need to heal. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. And I hope it helps. Because your intentions are clear. That you really, really, really... Oh my God, this guide will not shut up. That you really care about your friend. He's like, yeah, I got the reins now. I'm gonna talk. Woohoo! Shut up, Elijah. Thank you very much. Okay. So anybody else that wants to come on, come on. I'm done. Amy. Christy. Bye-bye. Everyone's gone quiet.
Okay. The reading over?
The reading is over.
Oh, okay. Well, we made it to midnight.
We made it to midnight. Wasn't that amazing?
Yep. Hey, we made it. Hey, thank you very much for the extra stuff. Wow. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure. I hope you could feel the healing, because that was pretty strong. Okay, he's gone now. He's pulled back. Yay! So it's me again. Crazy Carrie. So, give it a while. And
Amy's still here?
I don't know. I think she's having
Did she fall asleep again?
Well,
no.
she's the one that off the recording. I mean, we can stop recording now, and I think it's on her end.
Yeah, anytime.
Well, somebody's got to hit the button.
Okay.
I don't know how.
Who's going to start World War III? Press the button, damn it. Press the button.
I don't know if I can. No, I don't have admin. I don't have host privileges, so I can't do that. Sorry. Amy, you need to hit the button. And just for archive listeners, thank you very much for joining us and listening. And we will be back apparently tomorrow night with Kira Center. Come and get a reading from these amazing ladies trained by Elia Dawn. And wow. My last one, like I said in the beginning of the show, she got 3 names for me, and 2 days later, one of them pitched up.
Well,
Not
that's
all
all
of
right.
them.
You know, last night, well, first of all, I love the ladies from the Cara Center. It's always
They're
fun
awesome.
having them on.
Yeah.
And, you know, last night we just kept right on going and I think recording until the system shut us off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll do that.
Whatever's going to happen, going to happen. And we might as well just go with it because I know what it feels like to swim upstream, and we might as well just take it easy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Amy will get back here. Don't worry. She'll let us know when she's back. Either by chat or by falling out and coming back and going. Yeah, Amy, I hear you.
And Amy, if you're on and you can hear, I love you, hon. Just like everybody else.
Yeah. Thank you, Terry. And stay with us. We're not going anywhere. Gotta run. Okay.
Good
Come
night,
back to my
Terry.
night. Night, night. I love your name, by the way. So, this has been awesome. I knew I was going to do a show tonight. I just didn't know when. And I didn't know if I was going to save a show or not.
Sometimes the things we don't know, my God, where they can take us.
I've saved the show a couple of times just on the other, hey Amy, you could stop